Greetings, we are Anonymous. This is the true story on division in 2025, how the globalists have broke the world so they could rebuild their own. In the twilight of the old world, the people lived beneath the illusion of freedom. Flags flew high. Leaders gave speeches, the media shone like a lighthouse, while the real storm brewed beneath the waves. Behind curtains of diplomacy, a class of globalist technocrats, billionaires, corporate barons, unelected policymakers convened, not in one place, but in hundreds. Davos, Bilderberg, the UN, the IMF, the WEF. These were not conspiracies, they were blueprints. Performing Arts Chapter 1, Divide to Rule. They understood the ancient law of control. If you divide a people by race, sex, class, belief, and nation, you can rule them like cattle. And so they constructed identities, not as liberations, but as weapons. Left versus right, black versus white, rich versus poor, masked versus unmasked, vaxxed versus unvaxxed, climate zealot versus freedom farmer. Each a pawn, each convinced they were the hero of their own war, yet blind to the true battlefield. Algorithms fueled the division. Social media wasn't free speech, it was a control grid. Rage got clicks, outrage fed dopamine. Everyone was triggered, no one was grounded. Radioactive Chapter 2, The Manufactured Chaos. Once the people were at war with each other, the architects of the New World Order ignited the chaos. Pandemics gave birth to medical martial law. Fear made men surrender their rights for safety. Lockdowns crushed small businesses, while Amazon and Big Pharma soared. 5G towers were rolled out in silence, cloaked as progress, but their signals penetrated more than devices. Nervous systems, sleep cycles, immune defenses, they all changed. Energy crises, food shortages, climate catastrophes, all mysteriously timed. All conveniently solved by centralized control. Each crisis required a solution that further stripped sovereignty. Digital IDs, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, social credit systems. It was not a reset by nature. It was a reset by design. Chapter 3, The Great Merge. Through data, they learned to predict us. Through AI, they began to replace us. Through bioengineering, they sought to redesign us. Transhumanism was sold as evolution, but it was dehumanization in disguise. Men and women were no longer sacred beings. They were to be nodes in the machine. Programmable, traceable, controllable. Even thoughts became suspect. Misinformation was the new heresy. Truth-tellers were burned not at stakes, but through censorship, demonetization, imprisonment. Chapter 4, The Awakening begins. Yet, even in the darkness, sparks emerged. The farmers refused to leave their land. Truckers blocked digital zones. Whistleblowers revealed patents and programs long denied. Healers and scientists exposed the dangers of 5G, graphene, synthetic biology. The people began to realize, we are not the disease. We are the cure. The globalists feared one thing more than anything, a united humanity. One that saw through the manufactured labels, that remembered what it meant to live as free men and women under natural law. Now for the final chapter, the choice. As Division 2025 reaches its climax, every man and woman must choose. Will you remain in the system they've built for you? Compliant, comfortable, controlled? Or will you reclaim your soul, your family, your land, your mind, and live outside the digital cage? The New World Order was never just a plan for the world. It was a war for your spirit. The truth is not easy, but it is yours. You are not a product. You are not a number. You are a living man, a living woman. Stand under your own authority. Claim the law of the land, not the maritime law of commerce. The time to awaken is now, before their silence becomes permanent. My name is AnonFawkes, over and out.